What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. Today, we are doing requests from some of you. Toya, can you make Crocs? I have been working on a pair. I wear Crocs every single day, so yeah, of course, the dolls need a pair too. I made this one out of craft foam. I think we can try again and be a little neater. I'm using scraps of paper to make a pattern, and let's change the toe shape a little. I sketched out the top of the shoe and then cut them out. Trace the pattern on craft foam. I traced the bottom of the shoe 3 times and the top once for each shoe. Then I flip the pattern over and trace it for the opposite shoe. Then cut them out. Okay, so I did a quick test run off camera, and I think we need to make a few changes to the pattern. I think it's a little too long right here, and we need to adjust the top of the shoe a little. Trace it onto craft foam, cut it out. If we end up with a few pencil marks on our craft foam, that's okay, because we'll just use the other side as the good side. We have 3 pieces for the bottom of our shoe and 1 for the top. Let's take the one for the top and just bend and stretch it a little to try to create that croc shape, but only in the front. I do not pull the smaller tabs. Let's take a piece of paperboard. We are going to use it as a protected surface. Take the top of the shoe and lay it with the good side facing down. I'm going to use the nozzle of my precision tip hot glue gun and press it into the foam. Then carefully remove it to make a hole. If you don't have a precision hot glue gun, you can always try using a needle and a dotting tool, or even a hole punch if it will work on craft foam. Continue to make more. Take one of the bottom cutouts with the good side facing up. Let's take the top of the shoe and line it up, flip it over. I use my hot glue gun to add just a little glue to the edge. Then glue the edge of the bottom of the shoe to the edge of the top of the shoe, a little bit at a time, going down the sides to the center of the heel. When both sides meet, trim off the excess, and it already looks like a little shoe. I'm going to use the end of my paintbrush to try to give it a little more shape, being careful not to split the foam. Glue the other 2 layers of craft foam underneath. Cut thin strips of craft foam. Starting at the heel, glue it going around the bottom of the shoe, covering those edges. Let's cut a super thin strip to glue over the seam if needed. If you are super neat, you can probably skip this step. I'm going to use my paintbrush to just push the top of the shoe up a little by stretching the foam. We can also run the edge of our hot glue gun right on that piece of craft foam. It's going to melt it just a little. Then quickly use the paintbrush to help hold it in shape while it cools. Cut another strip of craft foam. I run the edge of my hot glue gun down the center so it kind of dips in the center. Cut it to the desired length, round the corners, then glue it onto the shoe or sew it on with a needle and thread so it can move. I use a small hole punch on cardstock and glue it over the thread to make Crocs inspired shoes for the dolls, where we can move the heel strap. It took us a minute to figure them out, but once we did, it wasn't too bad. And since they're made out of craft foam, they're pretty inexpensive to make. However, they are crafted, so we do have to be careful. If you want them to be a little bit more stable, I would suggest gluing on the strap rather than sewing it. Right now, I have them on a curvy Barbie, but if you make the heel strap a little shorter, we can get them to fit a classic Barbie. Let's check the comments. Toya, check your mail. Sorry, I went to the post office and picked up this box. Inside, we have... Is that a cake? It is! It's a miniature cake! And what? It's another pair of those brown boots! Y'all really are the best, okay? Hi, Toya. Love your work. You are inspiring. Enjoy the boots. You know, this summer is going to be a cowgirl summer. And while these aren't cowgirl boots, I think we can rock them anyway. Happily following you from YouTube and Insta at living_plastic_stories. P.S. I included a reversible wedding cake I made using your foam and hot glue idea. Enjoy. It is reversible. We have pink and white flowers on one side. Then when we turn it around, we have red, green, and white flowers on the other. Or is that cream? But that is pretty cool. P.S.S. Love sci-fi, anything alien or apocalypse. Aliens in outer space, you are speaking my sci-fi language. Love Doctor Who, David Tennant. Number 10 is my fave. Totally agree. I watched 10 and 11, and then I kind of took a break. Love it all, Scooby-Doo, Charmed, Vampire Diaries. The Vampire Diaries universe is one of my go-tos. I've seen the originals probably 5 times. It is always nice to meet a fellow adult miniature enthusiast. Thank you so much, Living Plastic Stories. What's next? Does the fit for L.U.V dolls? L.U.V dolls, as in L.U.V, are new dolls available at Walmart. Standing under 10 inches, they have pretty detailed fashion and are fully articulated, with the dolls costing about $29.97, and there are fashion packs for $12.97. Check out our full review showing all the dolls and accessories. Now the question is, can the clothes fit a classic Barbie? Well, here is the mesh top and the shorts on our classic Barbie. Since the top was mesh, we were able to get it on our Barbie. However, it's a lot shorter and you do take the risk of puncturing holes in it with the doll's hands. But the mesh stretches and we were able to close it in the back. We were able to get the shorts on, but we cannot close them at all in the back. I found the jacket to be a little too snug. Then I tried Autumn's fashion pack, and again, it's too small. What about a petite Barbie? While it does fit a little better, we still cannot close it in the back. Here's Harper's lavender dress. I was able to get it on a petite Barbie and almost close it in the back. What about the shoes? These are a little loose on a classic Barbie, but a pretty decent fit on a curvy. The tall boots on a classic Barbie are a little stretched out and they don't close in the back. However, Autumn's boots fit a classic Barbie pretty well. There's a little space at the top, but I don't think it's too bad. And they're a decent fit on a curvy Barbie as well. Brooke's black and green shoes from her fashion pack are a decent fit on a classic Barbie, as well as on a curvy. Brooke's gold and black shoes are a little large on a classic, and I would say a near fit for a curvy, but not perfect. Here are London sandals on a classic, not too bad. On a curvy, they look pretty good from the front and from the side, but in the back you can see that they are open. These pink shoes are a little big on a classic Barbie, but you could probably get away with it. And here they are on a curvy. I think it looks pretty good from the front, but in the back, again, you can see that it is open. Looks like a Barbie can fit their necklaces, wear their belts, and the purse just looks like a small purse. And wow, the color of this L.U.V purse is a near perfect match to this Barbie Looks doll. I'm gonna say the clothes aren't a great fit for a classic or a petite Barbie. However, you can get away with some shoes and accessories, and I think many of the shoes work best on a curvy. Are they body donors for Stacie Dolls? As far as skin tones, I don't have an exact match, but let's just see how the proportions look. I have the heads warming in some hot water. While waiting, there was a request to see if Venus could fit Brooke's green outfit. While I think it's a not really on the shoes, I think it's kind of a yes on the outfit. Venus does have longer legs, but since we can remove her hands, it was easy to get the top on, and we had no problem closing it in the back, which is awesome. I wonder if another outfit can fit.
Yep.
Venus can wear Brooke's pants. It was pretty easy to get them on. Here's Brooke's top. It works. And so does the jacket. They were all a pretty easy fit. I would totally add these to Venus's wardrobe. Here is the L.U.V doll's neck peg. I'm going to add the Barbie Stacie head, then gave her Autumn's fashion pack to get an articulated Stacie doll. We already knew the color match wasn't going to be perfect, and I do think the neck is a tiny bit long, but not terrible. I totally think this is a doll that could exist in our Barbie 1/6 scale world. This could be an opportunity to do a Stacie repaint, maybe create a character that's a little older, but shorter than Barbie. Before we go, someone wanted to know if we could make charms for our Crocs. Wow, okay. Let's take that leftover cardstock, paint something small, like a little heart, or whatever else you can think of. Let's use our tiny scissors to cut them out. Cut a thin strip of black cardstock, glue the craft foam to the back. I hot glued mine, and once the glue has cooled, trim it to make a tiny little charm that we can push into the shoe. Oh my goodness, it works! We can add more and switch them out with different designs whenever we want. I really like how these turned out. They were so much fun to make. I will get the pattern for this up on our blog as soon as I can at myfroggystuff.blogspot.com. To all of our Fabsome besties, thank you for the amazing suggestions. And thank you for joining us today. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff, the Frog Vlog, and Bella of MyFroggyStuff. And we will see you next time.